Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. I have delayed the Morning Report today because I got something to bring you. There was an election in New York between one of the squad members and a challenger, and I want to bring you the results right now. All right, again, my name is Willie Lawson. This is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. And that's our co-host, TC. I'm sorry, Queen TC Tobin the first. So you're going to hear her, and we're just going to continue because this is the world we live in. All right. There was an election. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday is primary day, and there was some primaries in New York, which I thought were extremely interesting. Yes, most of the incumbents are Democrats. They have 26 elections that were held on Tuesday here on the 25th of June. Yes, that's a lot. But what's interesting for me is this, and discouraging at the same time. There were a lot of races that simply people just went unchallenged. They just went unchallenged. And I think that that may have a lot to do with people just giving up on the system. I looked through the Democrat races because because the race that we're going to talk about is a Democrat race, and how few of them had challengers. Just a couple, a few out of the 26. One was John Avalon beat Nancy Goroff. I think that was an open seat. And if it wasn't an open seat, just let me know. We'll just go through them. In District House 2, Rob Lubin, unopposed. Tom Suski from this is District 3, unopposed. That's the incumbent. Laura Gillen did not have an opponent. Let's see here. In 5, Gregory Meeks, the incumbent, did not have an opponent. 6, make sure I get this right. I want to do as much right. Grace Ming did not have an opponent. And in District 6, let's look at District 7. District 7, Nadia Velasquez, no opponent. Which means for me a couple of things. Well, it can mean a couple of things. Let me help you. It can mean that the people in that district are perfectly happy with the representation they have. Could mean that. That's probably not what it means. It probably means that the machine is strong enough to keep these people in place no matter what, and that maybe the people who think that they can oppose these people find out very early that they cannot. Like Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader in the House, he is running unopposed because you wouldn't want to remove him, regardless if you don't think Hakeem Jeffries represents your district. It doesn't matter. He's the minority leader in the House. He's going to keep his spot, just like Yvette Clarke is going to keep her spot too. She's the incumbent in District 9. In District 10, we're getting there. Daniel Goldman the incumbent had 2 challengers. He was able to fend off both of them. Why? Because this is a district that a couple people decided, what the heck? We'll get crushed. It won't be a big deal. Now, what's different about the race that we're going to talk about, which is the race with, what's his face, Jamal Bowman. Jamal Bowman. Y'all remember Jamal Bowman? Jamal Bowman was the person who pulled the fire alarm to keep DC remembers, to keep the proceedings from going on. And he said, "Oh, I thought I pressed the automatic door to open button to open the door when you pulled a fire alarm." Nobody believes that. Nobody believes his story. Nobody does. But these people get away with this stuff all the time. All the time, right? he's caused some trouble. So his opponent was backed by Hillary Clinton. So that meant that the money was in. The money was in place to get him out. And it also means this. We all saw the really cringy campaign stop in the Bronx with AOC, and then she's dancing and she's screaming and she's being the actress that she is. That's how she got the role, you know. She's being the actress that she is. And what we find out is that she doesn't have any political coattails either. That's something else that we found out today, that she's got zero political coattails. And you know who else found out today? I'll show you who found out today. This dude found out today that AOC has zero political coattails. George Latimer, in New York 16, House District 16, led in the polls and led from the beginning of this race until the polls closed. Now, George Latimer is what I heard on Fox News as a moderate. There ain't no moderates. This guy is just not as lefty as some of the rest. And he got endorsements from Hillary Clinton. He also got endorsements from the Democratic Majority for Israel and the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. So especially with Bowman and the squad overall taking such an anti-Israel stance, the Israel-Hamas war in the days following the October 7th attack were often at the forefront of this primary race. The most expensive House race in U.S. history. There's a reason they came after Jamal Bowman. I'm not talking about Republicans. Republicans couldn't make a bear crap in the woods, but they came after him hard, harder than anyone's ever been come after in the history of the country in a House district race. He was trolled. He wasn't with the program, so he had to go. And go he went. Bowman has been particularly aggressive in railing against the AIPAC's role in the race, and was even prone to using anti-Semitic tropes when claiming that the group has full control of this district, just like they've had full control of Congress, as they fund everyone in Congress. Bowman's campaigning was also characterized not just by going after the AIPAC, but also playing the victim. And now, soon will be the former congressman claimed on multiple occasions that they were attacking him because he was a black man. They were not attacking you because of a black man, because Hakeem Jeffries is a black dude. They were attacking you because you became more trouble than you were worth. And without the majority, it was worth taking a shot getting rid of you. As Latimer brought up during the debate with Bowman, the AIPAC also supports black Democrats, including House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. But Bowman wasn't having it. Bowman responded that just because you got a few black friends doesn't make you an anti-racist organization. This is the same BS we are all the time. Well, somebody black calls someone a racist, and then he looks to his left and his wife is black and his children are mixed race, and his mom or his dad is black, and people will still say, well, that doesn't mean anything. Well, what does? Again, white people, let me help you. Come here. You must take this opinion and this way when you are called a racist, or anything else for that matter. If they're not talking about you, then they're not talking to you. if they're, no, come closer. If they're not talking about you, they're not talking to you. So just ignore it. Just take it for what it is. Crap. Whining. From someone who can't beat your argument. It's particularly rich that Bowman would use the Black Friends narrative when it was recently revealed that by a Jewish insider that he asked a local Jewish leader in 2022 for pictures of the two of them so he could show the world I'm friends with the Jewish people. So he wants a picture of a Jewish guy to show the world that he was friends with the Jewish people because he took a picture with one Jewish dude. This is why you have to ignore these people. Still, another complaint that Bowman had against the AIPAC is that they dare to support both Republicans and Democrats who are pro-Israel. Although it was a talking point that Bowman repeated at length through his campaign, it certainly doesn't look like it paid off. Because not everybody is buying in to the BS. That text from 2022 isn't the only part of Bowman's past to come back to haunt him. In late March, comments at an event from his last November surface in which he called it a lie and propaganda to say that Israeli women had been raped by Hamas on October 7th. He made such claims despite how there were already reports and testimonies of such atrocities taking place at the time Bowman made these claims. He has, of course, since apologized, including last week, though he didn't do so when initially confronted by Politico in March, and rather did so with a statement from his office. So he didn't show up on the dais, he didn't show up on the platform or on camera face to face and say, what I said was wrong. These things are terrible and they should be condemned. And I apologize. I apologize for saying them. Not that I apologize if someone was hurt by what I said. I apologize for saying them. And what that apology means is that I regret my actions and I pledge to you that I will not do that again. So, but in addition to his anti-Israel views, Bowman also has come under fire for his conspiracy theories, including 9/11. With his YouTube account interacting with some particularly bizarre accounts in recent months, many also still continue to mock the squad members who pull the fire alarm. Remember the fire alarm? Late last December, when Congress was voting to avert government shutdown, despite how there was no fire. It was not just mockery, though as many had demanded that Bowman be held more accountable than he's actually been, which amounted to being let off easy by D.C. and the House Ethics Committee. Yes, the fire alarm. And sometimes it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but normally it's always a very big deal. It's always a big deal. That's who these people are. Now, is George Latimer going to be a great choice for America? Not at all. Is George Latimer going to be a better choice for New York? Not at all. He's in the hip pocket of Hillary Clinton. He's in the hip pocket of Hillary Clinton. Not a better choice. But this kind of stuff we need to talk about, right? So what do you think? Do you think it'll make a difference? Do you think that it'll make this seat more vulnerable? You think? I don't personally think so. But I'm curious as to what you think. All right, we got to get out of here and make room for somebody else. So again, until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.